Hello, this is Dick from Reidys Home of Music in Blackburn, and today we're looking at the Blackstar Sonnet acoustic amps. So the series consists of two amps, that's the 60 and the 120, and what we've got here is the Blackstar Sonnet 60. So these are fairly feature-laden acoustic guitar amps. They've got Bluetooth, they've got loads of tone sculpting controls on it as well. They're essentially made for gigging and recording musicians. The first thing we noticed about the Sonnet when we plugged into it, it's got a really rich low end to it. Kind of haven't really heard that in many other acoustic amps before. There's actually a bass port on the side of it, so that's probably why you get such a really nice low end response to it. There's also really nice kind of hi-fi sound quality to it as well, so it's almost a little bit like you're hearing a recorded guitar on it. So when you plug into it, you'll notice straight away it's not your kind of typical acoustic guitar amplified sound. It is super polished, nice hi-fi, really sparkly top end, and like I say, really rich low end to it as well. So both Sonnet amplifiers have two channels. On the Sonnet 60, which I'm going through here, on channel 1 you've got a jack input, so ideally for a guitar, and then channel 2 you've got an input that takes both a jack and an XLR as well, so you can plug a microphone or another guitar into it as well. On the 120, both channels enable you to plug in either an XLR or a jack, so it kind of widens the amount of instruments that you can plug through the 120. In typical Blackstar fashion, the Sonnets have got loads of tone sculpting options as well. So you've got your usual 3-band EQ, you've also got a brilliance control, so you can really dial in like really nice high-end sparkle, and also a high-pass filter. What that essentially does is, you can see the bass port on the side, that can control how much of that bass port you're using. So you've got a lot of control over that really nice rich low end that you've got. You've also got two types of reverb, that's on the 60, and on the 120 you've got 4 types of reverb. What's really nice as well is you can control how much reverb you've got on each channel. So say if you want your guitar to have quite a lot of reverb but not as much in your vocals, vice versa, you can dial it in however you want to. There's quite a lot of features on the Sonnet amps that make them basically really practical amps. So they've got Bluetooth, so you can stream music from your phone or whatever through it. You can also stream like metronomes. I always find that really handy, really good practicing tool. They've got DI outs on them as well, so say if you're playing a gig with it, you can use it as a stage monitor and then run an XLR out of it into a PA system. Just, again, makes it really easy, not faffing about with mics or anything like that. Both amps have got a USB out as well, so you can use these as a recording interface. Again, say if you're recording at home or something, you're not having to mess about with like mic placement or anything like that. Just take a USB out into your computer and you're done. All these features on the Sonnet, so you know the Bluetooth, having a couple of types of reverb, all the tone sculpting features, everything adds up and make it a really practical and really nice sounding amp. So, differences between the 60 and the 120, we'll start with the obvious. 60 watts, 120 watts, so obviously the 120 is louder. It's also got a bigger speaker and it's got an extra tweeter. So the 60 has got a 6.5 inch speaker and 1 tweeter. The 120's got an 8-inch speaker and 2 tweeters. You've also got phantom power on the 120, so that means you can plug in a condenser mic and it'll power that as well. The 120's also got feedback control. Again, it just gives you an extra layer of being able to control your sound. So if you've got a frequency that's doing your head in, notch it out, it's done, taken care of. You've also got 2 extra reverbs on the 120, so again, it's just giving you much wider range to be able to dial in the sound that's in your head. Also with the 120, you've got more control over the DI. So instead of it just being 1 DI out, there's actually 3. What this does is it lets you choose at what point your signal is taken from the amp into either a PA system or wherever you're taking it. So I'm going to go through some different sounds with different guitars as well, so you can see what kind of wood combinations and different pickups sound like. Obviously, in a live situation or a studio situation, you probably wouldn't mic the amp up like we're doing here, so just kind of use this as a bit of a demo and a guide for the amp. Best thing to do is come in, try some out. Here I've got a Loudon F32. It's got an Alloy Bags Anthem pickup in it as well. 60 spruce top and rosewood back and sides, so it's classic combo. Now I'm using an Epiphone Hummingbird Pro. It's got a Fishman pickup in it, solid spruce top and laminated mahogany back and sides. Got the same settings on the amp, so everything's set at noon. There's a little bit of reverb on it as well, and for this I've put the phase switch in as well. Now I'm using a Taylor 517E Builder's Edition, solid spruce top and solid tropical mahogany back and sides with Taylor's ES2 pickup system.